Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, my name is Jesse and today we're going to be opening up this Bane from Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse line. Now this Bane is the Rebirth Bane. You might be asking why Azrael's hanging out with Rebirth Bane, but if you remembered, we just opened Azrael recently. And these two do have a past together. Now he doesn't quite match with Rebirth Bane, but I'm really hoping they'll do a Nightfall Bane too. Now, do I think Rebirth Bane is dope? Absolutely. Those were some good comics. They weren't as bad as they ended up being later on, but those I Am Bane comics were absolutely awesome. You can see back here we got the I Am Bane with Rebirth Batman. Love that statue to this day. I actually wish we had the Rebirth Batman out here to go with them. We could kind of recreate that, but I need to find him. We've been moving a lot of things around recently, getting shelves hung and everything, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can get them together sometime soon. So you can see right here on the back, this was actually one of the covers during that I Am Bane era, but it's pretty badass if you ask me. Now this box came a little beat up, and that's actually coming from Amazon.com. They do not care one bit when they pack these things. If you order manga, comics, figures, anything, they will come destroyed. Good thing you can return them and ask for another, but I figured it wouldn't matter much because he looks like he's okay and we're gonna open him. So let's dive right in. Alright, so you can see right off the bat he is gigantic. And get a good look at him right there. These mega figs are some of my favorites. I really think it's cool that Todd decided to start doing the normal figures and the mega figures. Now I wasn't into collecting every toy back in the day of Batman. I would basically go for the hot toys and stuff like that, but I completely missed most of the Arkham line. And they made some great figures during that time. I really regret it. I do have some of them, but I wouldn't buy the whole series. But I mean, they made an awesome Solomon Grundy, and I know Todd's going to revisit that, but I mean, the original one, they made these figures huge, and they made them awesome. Let's see, I don't want to mess up and not cut all of these. Let's hit the, oh, wow. He's so big he has an actual tie going back here. Now, I'm not a big fan of Tom King, just him personally, but what he was doing early on with the Batman Rebirth stuff, I did like it. Did it go on too long? It did, but I'm not too down with how Thomas Wayne ended up in the whole thing. But I did like seeing all these classic characters coming back together in a new run. Wow, this Bane is dope. So right off the bat, I mean, look how big he is. He's huge. His joints are tight, which are good. So you can see here we get the normal toe joint, the ankle joint. It does not go side to side. He does have a double knee joint. Oh, they're so tight. But you can see this area where he's got like this knee pad type thing going. There we go. You can see he can bend quite a bit. Now in the middle, we only have like a torso joint going on here. Nothing up in the middle. I mean, that would look a little weird if we had that. His head does move. I like this little tank setup he's got going on. Very cool design. It'd be nice if one of these ran down to his arm. But I guess we can't complain. You know, I never did open up the Last Night on Earth set to get that Bane put together, but maybe we'll actually have to do that. There was a weird time where Karen and I were getting the series. Oh, his ankles do move. Just kidding. They do move. We would like read book 1 and 2 to something, and we'd get book 3, and then we'd just never read it. We did that for the Last Night on Earth. We did that for the 3 Jokers. We did that for a couple series that were running at the time. And it was just because we were starting to get so busy, and we would get so excited about something new, and we'd just never finish the old one. But I've talked to Karen about actually going back and finishing some of those series that we liked and never did get around to finishing. Let's see what they want to say about Bane. So Bane, data file, real name unknown. Born on the island of Santa Prisca, the boy who had become Bane was raised within the confines of his nation's cruelest prison, where he honed his mind by reading any books he could get his hands on. After decades of imprisonment, he was chosen for an experiment testing a super steroid called Venom. Not only did Venom work, but it also gave Bane the strength to escape. He then set his sights on Gotham City, a place which he had heard many legends, with one goal in mind: break Batman. So that was a very early on storyline for this guy. By the time he was at this point, he was even living in the Santa Prisca prison, I believe. He was naked on top of a bunch of skulls and stuff, and Batman took a crew. They did this thing where they went into the prison to get someone out. It's been so long I don't quite remember. I've talked about all this before, but they went in there and they got Bane all pissed, and then he ended up suiting back up, and he comes back in I Am Bane to beat up Batman, to kick his ass. But that was a pretty cool run right there. Now this figure, he's awesome. I mean, this is a very good Bane. He's got a lot of texture on his head. He's got that pretty classic look going on. Now, if you didn't see the video where I opened up the maquette from Sideshow, where he had the Rebirth head, but he also had the Nightfall head, that statue is insanely awesome. It's one of my favorite Bane statues I own. If you haven't seen that video, maybe I could throw a link up here right now, but that statue is incredible. This figure, absolutely dope. Now, after opening this, because I haven't opened very many Mega Figs. We did Darkseid and we did Steppenwolf, and we kind of fell off. But we got Man-Bat. We need to get Killer Croc, but just them being so tall, they're really cool. So, if you don't know the story between these two, once Bane breaks Batman's back, Jean-Paul Valley starts becoming Batman, and he tries to fight Bane with just these gauntlets, and he gets pretty far in beating him up, but then Bane gets the final blow, basically, and then Batman falls into Jean-Paul Batman falls into a fountain, and then he goes and makes this whole sick suit, and then he goes back and mops the floor with Bane, and Bane ends up in prison, and then it becomes Batman has to basically take on Azrael. But they do go very well together. I mean, they are sort of their own thing. They're Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse line. I do think this figure is excellent. I think if you had any reservations about this guy, I think you should go for it. For $39.99 or $41, depending on where you get him. We recently got him and who was it? Necron and Talon, and they actually skipped out on sending me my Talon at Mcfarlane, but they're going to send him to me now. So we actually grabbed an extra one of him too, just because I knew I would. Bane is my absolute favorite bad guy. He is the best. I know a lot of people like the Joker. My favorite's always been Bane, but I grew up with Bane being basically the first big bad guy in the first comic series of Batman I ever read. I've talked about it before. The very first issue was Azrael jumping at Bruce Wayne in a wheelchair, and he's going like this. I was very confused why Batman was blonde. I mean, I was young. I was confused by the whole thing, but as I grew up and everything, I've always had a soft spot for Nightfall. I'd love to see a Nightfall Bane, but this Rebirth Bane is dope. But let me know what you think about this guy. Let me know if you got him, if you're going to customize him, if you're going to do anything. He'd be cool with some hairs all over him. That's what Karen said when she first seen him. If you don't know, Bane's a very hairy guy. But let me know what you think about this figure. Let me know if you're picking up these, if you're still going strong with the McFarlane DC line. I absolutely love it. I got, I could nitpick things that I don't like, but I mean, I love everything he's doing. It's awesome. He keeps going, and he keeps going wider and farther with it. But I want to say thank you guys for all the support you show me. I am coming back to weekly. Hopefully we could get, 2 videos a week and then jump back up to maybe 3 videos. We'll see. I got a lot of things we got to open. We fell far behind, and that's due to our work schedule. Things are starting to slow down a little bit now. But thank you for all the love and support you show me. Please like and share this video if you would. But keep buying toys.